I've eaten so many of these fucking bars.
You're not a bar guy.
When the fuck do you ever see me eat bars? Never.
Maybe on a 6-hour drive and it was all they had.
Yeah.
And you take 2 bites of it and throw it out.
Yeah, because I'm like, oh, this is just going to do nothing but mangle my belly. I've eaten at least 2 boxes of these bars. I eat them. I eat a half a bar like in the middle of the night now. Because like I don't want to. Because
instead of a chewy bar.
No, instead of peanut butter and jelly rice cakes. They don't make a mess, and it doesn't yell at me. It's all clean in the kitchen.
Mess.
Oh my god, she hates me so much. I got this delicious jam from Bardeen's. I went yesterday. I saw Jay at Bardeen's.
Yeah.
Emmy and I and SJ, we went, and but I was looking, and they had this homemade jam called Traffic Jam.
Funny.
What a great name, right?
Yeah.
It was delicious. It had, it was like an array of jams, obviously, because it's like a traffic jam. Get it? There's a bunch of different ones in there. I enjoyed it. I love that shit.
I've had the raspberry jam.
I love raspberry jam.
Yeah.
Yeah, big fan of protein bars and peanut butter and jelly rice cakes.
Yeah. We went to Bardeen's yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
All the cows were out. Emmy was going nuts. We stopped right next to him up close.
Yeah, so did Kim. She was talking to him out the window.
Oh, that's right. I did see her stories.
Oh, hey, guys.
Hey, guys.
I had a phenomenal ribeye.
Did you?
It caught fire like crazy, though, in the
It's
grill.
so good.
Yeah.
I like when it cooks faster like that.
Me too. It was like perfect. It was almost rare, which I was pretty pumped about.
Yeah, I like that.
Big sweet potato.
Yeah. Good weekend, SJ and I. I got to say this.
Boys' weekend.
It's a guy's weekend. All right. So I was feeling under the weather last week, and the girls had a big gymnastics meet over the weekend. Mm-hmm. They traveled to Penn State, Maine. It was, I think, around that area. And big meet, a lot of good teams. First meet of the year for the girls. It was from, because of the COVIDs, Thursday afternoon until Sunday night. So we're talking a 4-day fucking extravaganza.
Yeah.
And the girls left, and I'm like, hey, like, SJ 4 days away. Like, I don't really want to fuck with it, okay? Mm-hmm. Let's just, you guys go, first meet, because we have meets that are closer from here on out, and then a couple more that travel later. I'm like, guys, just go, have a girls' weekend, enjoy it. I'm going to take care of the kid. First things first, the girls fucking slaughtered this meet. Elegance Elite is on the motherfucking map. Big time.
So I saw.
They ranked in the top 100 of the country in scores at this meet for multiple levels.
It's a big deal. Bro,
the shit going on over there is incredible. We just do the back end stuff and fucking
cheer them on.
Yeah, cheer them on. Do the fucking. I can't say what I was going to say about this because it's about kids. We do a good job cheering them on. Fuck. This is going to be funny, too. But anyway, they slaughtered it. One girl got a fucking 9.9 on the bars. Fucking just damn near perfect routine. A couple of the girls got like 9.75s on their routines, like really high fucking scores at a meet where Hannah doesn't take the girls to little competition meets. Mm-hmm. Hannah only takes these girls to like meets where there's fucking good teams. And the teams there were very fucking good. A lot of Eastern PA teams, couple of teams like on the border of Delaware, like out there, really, really good fucking gymnastics teams. And we went and the girls just fucking murdered it. Emmy, of course, is Emmy. She just likes to win so much. She just wants to win. Doesn't really bother her too much. She just goes and takes first place in every fucking event and all around and just like, I'm going to fucking win. Like, she comes home yesterday.
Yeah, how did that go down?
Comes home, excited to come home, and then she looks at me and she's like, 7 days till the next meet. And I'm like, kid, you just got home from a meet. Like, it's okay. And she's like, want to see my medals? And I'm like, what's going on inside your head, child?
She's an animal.
All she wants to do is does gymnastics. That's it. That's all she wants to do. She don't give a fuck about nothing else but like watching. She loves watching cake videos on YouTube, by the way.
Like making cakes?
Yeah, like decorating cakes. She just likes food.
Yeah.
And gymnastics.
Dude,
this
is you.
I know, it's kind of scary. I'm like, you like snacks and sports and shit?
Wait, you're competitive as fuck and love food? Okay.
That must be genetic. I had that conversation with the guys from the Man Card Podcast. Also, the podcast episode with me on the Man Card Podcast. Make sure you guys go and listen to it. It is fucking awesome podcast. I touched on a lot of. They asked me questions that like we don't talk about on here. Very like not intimate, but they ended up coming out, and it was really good. So make sure you guys go listen to that. But like the nature versus nurture thing was one thing we talked about. And I'm like, I don't know. That's such an up in the air question. Yeah. I happen to err on the side of nurture, like more than nature. I believe that you can be born, like if you are born from two people, and then like you could take that child that is newborn and put them into a different environment, and they will adapt to your environment. Like I believe that strongly. I believe that you can do that. But of course, there's always going to be. There's always going to be one or two here and there. I also believe like you could take this person that was born in a very shitty scenario and put them into a great scenario, and they will grow up to be great. Yeah. But I also believe that you can take this person who was, born into this shitty scenario and put them in a good scenario and then grow up to be shitty. I don't know, but I do. Me personally, I believe more on the nature or the nurture side. Yeah. Kind of like that movie Trading Places with Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, I think I saw it like one time.
Get the fuck out of here. See, that was an 80s movie where like race came into play and all that shit. And back then it was like they made it a movie and made it comedic and fun and heartfelt and all that shit. Yeah. Even though it was a complete fucking mess of a movie, it was awesome. I loved it. One of my favorite movies. And there's a lot of my movies come from then. Eddie Murphy, big Eddie Murphy fan.
Yeah, you are.
Huge Eddie Murphy fan. My parents were big with comedy growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we watched a lot of it. But moving on, kids murdered me. Gonna do a really good job. Second thing, I hung out with SJ for 4 fucking days straight. I have not watched a child every day, all day, that long in a very long time. It's been at least 3 years. Okay, ever since Hannah came into my life, especially with a newborn. Yeah, you can't get much done with a newborn. He has to go everywhere with you. They go everywhere. Yeah, because they can get into trouble and hurt themselves because they're 7, 8 months 8 months. I took a shit. He went with me. Had to get firewood outside. He went with me. Because if not, he's mobile. He'll get out and go do things. Yeah, he'll go everywhere. So it was a lot of fun. We did a lot of good stuff. But my hat's off to every stay-at-home parent. I somehow slightly forgot how difficult it actually is. Every day, all day, for 4 days straight, I was like, fuck, this is a little tougher. Because nobody else is around to help. Yeah. The big sisters weren't there. Like you couldn't like hand them off to Addie for like 30, 40 minutes to go do something. Like Hannah wasn't coming home from work in the evening to be like, hey, all right. Like I come home from work and I'm like, give me the kid. All right, here's 2 hours. Me and this fucker are just going to sit here and I'm going to fuck off with him. Nope. None of that. It was tough. Yeah. It was very intense. But like, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
No, he's a good kid.
Oh my God. The fucking kid just likes to eat and fucking hang out. It's just like he's crawling and scooting everywhere. So like he knows he can move now. If you put him in a stationary seat, he'll find a way to wiggle himself and tip himself over. Or he'll just fucking scream because he doesn't want to sit there.
Yeah, he's like, get me the fuck out.
Yeah, so then you're like, okay. But like, it was just fucking riot, dude. Fucking riot. But my hat's off to every parent. Yes. Every parent out there, especially single parents, that it's tough. It's very tough, and just I regained a lot of respect. Yeah, and Hannah too. She deals with them all day, and then like because from now until about 3:30, 4 o'clock, she's with him, and then like she starts her day. Alexis comes in, and then I get him after her. So it's like it's broken up. So it's like it's easy, but it's not. But it is compared to what the fuck just occurred for 4 days straight. And the other thing is, I talked to a fucking kid the whole time. Yeah, I didn't talk to any adults really. It was just him.
So he just listened and agreed with everything.
Yeah, it's not cool. Oh shit. Well, other than that, see you got your Bucs apparel on, huh?
Yep.
Big Bucs fan.
Big year for us.
Big year for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Fucking, I saw the jersey and I saw Kim's post. Like, when the fuck did you become a Bucs fan?
She was like, "What the fuck?" I came out of the bedroom and she's like, "I've never seen you wear a jersey in your entire life." I was like, "Well, yeah, I'm a big Bucs fan." She's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" I'm like, "You obviously don't listen to my podcast."
Nope.
Which I was pretty pissed off about.
Yeah, did you let her have it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I was like, and then it didn't work out.
Then we just had dinner.
Yeah. I was like, "You still making dinner?" But she's like, "Tom Brady of all people." I'm like, "Tom," I was like, you're going to see a clinic today." I was like, "You're going to see a clinic." And she didn't know what that meant either. nor do I act like this big, like I have all this sports knowledge. Like, I've been following them for decades. I did look into a few players.
Yeah.
Make sure I know where they went to college in case someone quizzes me on them. But
like him.
yeah.
Oh fuck!
But wow, what a fucking game!
That
was like fun football to watch.
Tom Brady's so cool.
He is cool.
I don't care what anybody says. It's over. The dude is legitimately the greatest quarterback to ever play football and one of the greatest football players ever. Mm-hmm. It's insane. 10 Super Bowl appearances. He's won 6 of them. If he wins a 7th Super Bowl, 7 out of 10. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, the dude, it's like, I was blown away. I'm still semi-speechless about it because the shit doesn't happen. There's people that don't even make it that far in their careers that are very, very talented individuals. And this guy is just an absolute fucking savage in every way possible.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
How can you not recognize how good someone is? And everybody's like, "Oh, the cheating scandals and the fucking bullshit and all that." And I'm kind of like, "Yeah, you can say all that, but it's still not enough for me to say that he's not." Mm-hmm. Still not, because I'm a huge Steelers fan, huge Ben Roethlisberger fan. But you have to recognize how good Tom Brady is.
Savage.
Dude's an animal. Like the quote that Pat just came in and told us about after the game. Find that quote, Shane. Let's see if we can find that quote real quick. After the game, Tom Brady went to the stands and got his kid. And Tom Brady quote, NFC. Let's see if it comes up. So
I can't. I'll find it. I can't find it right now.
Here's this. Come on. I hate these pages. They load so slow. Oh. Okay, so. Damn it. So it was Tom Brady after the game, after he had beat Aaron Rodgers and them in the Packers in their stadium in Lambeau Field. Tom Brady went over to the sidelines or something and got his kid, and his kid's 13 years old. That's what I just saw. And pretty much, I'm paraphrasing, but Shane will find it here shortly. He told his son something along the lines of, "That's how you go and beat someone's ass in their own stadium or kick them out of the playoffs," something like that. That was astronomically savage. And everybody and me, whenever I read the quote, it had to be on an Instagram page somewhere. I read it and I'm like, holy fuck! Like, Mr. Tom Brady, like, nice guy. All this is an absolute fucking savage. Ah.
Yeah, I can't find it, but it was like something like, "That's how you bury someone in their home field during the playoffs."
Oh my God, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, this isn't easy to find.
I wonder if they took it down. You think they removed it?
Possibly.
Oh, dude, I think they took it down. I bet you they did. Yeah, this thing here. I don't know. Anyways, it was incredibly savage, and I was like, I lit up because I'm like, Tom Brady's a fucking animal. It's really great to watch. I feel bad though. I don't give a fuck. I get paid too much money. That fucking Packers head coach made one of the worst decisions kicking the field goal in the fourth with just over 2 minutes left. Instead of going for the first down or a touchdown to score, you took the ball out of Aaron Rodgers' hands and put it in Tom Brady's hands in the fucking NFC Championship game.
When they're ahead. When Tampa's ahead.
When Tampa's ahead. They were ahead 8 fucking points, and you still kicked a field goal. In his defense, the fucking coach said, he's like, well, I thought we had 4 timeouts, including the 2-minute warning. I don't give a fuck how many timeouts you have. Who's giving the ball to fucking Tom Brady in the playoffs in the fourth quarter at the end of the game? Are you out of your fucking mind?
I wouldn't give it to him if they were down 8 instead of up
fuck
8.
No.
No.
That's what I'm wondering. I was thinking to myself, I was like, did you just kick in the field goal?
Do you think Tom was like, you fucking idiot?
Yes.
Like, you idiot. Now I'm going to just run the fucking clock down your throat.
We just got done talking about how, dude, this is 10th Super Bowl. It just showed who Aaron Rodgers or who Tom Brady is in comparison to everyone else. Mm-hmm. He looked and said, you don't get it, dude. I'm going to fucking win. Like, that's how he thinks. Yeah. He's not thinking of, what decision do I make? He's thinking one way. And Aaron Rodgers had, if I was him, I'd have been fucking pissed. I'd have been like, leave me on the fucking field.
Yep.
Because we have to beat this cocksucker. You can't just give him the fucking ball back. Oh, great, we got 3 more points. What are you out of your fucking mind? You're out of your fucking mind. You're out of your fucking mind.
Yep.
Tom Brady's an animal. I'm a huge fan.
Huge Tom Brady fan.
Huge fan. Just because it's like there's no more anything attached to it. The dude is incredible. I wonder what it's like being his teammate.
I was thinking about it having like it's 2 veteran quarterbacks leading their teams last night, and
2 of the best Aaron Rodgers is top 3 best quarterbacks of his era right now, for sure.
But like I was thinking, just with how many young guys are in the league now, and how many young guys are, fucking Buccaneers are a brand new team.
Yeah,
and I think those veteran quarterbacks are like, they make the game completely different, unless you're a fucking Mahomes and just like a.
Well, I think I have to equate everything to my life for me to make sense of just about anything. Mm-hmm. I equate it to similar to business. Like, we have a very young team. Mm-hmm. There's 4 owners, and each owner is very good at what they do. Like, we all have our thing. Like, how everybody looks up to Pat and his decision making, Mike and his decision making, you and your decision making, and me and my decision making. Mm-hmm. Like, the respect is across the fucking board.
Yeah.
And every employee has the same amount of respect for each one of us because we don't ever cross each other. So I would imagine that whenever you have something like that on a football team or on any team, it's very similar. Mm-hmm. The head coach, the assistant coaches, the quarterback. Like, I assume that, like, everybody, like, when Mahomes, even though he's this is Mahomes' 3rd year?
Yeah, I think so.
Third season? Mm-hmm. The respect is there because the dude just wins. Like, he's going to make sure that the team is always there. Andy Reid, experience. Do you think Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes ever cross each other? I don't think so.
No.
I think that both of them speak up, but I think Mahomes recognizes that Andy Reid is the head coach and he has his best interest for him.
Yep.
So, in our regard, whenever we're speaking about something with projections and finances and inventory control, I'm just going to play devil's advocate.
Yeah, right.
I'm not going to lead the conversation because that's Pat and Mike. Mm-hmm. I'm going to sit there and question everything, not from an ignorant standpoint, but from to make sure that they're thinking of every single angle because this might be something new to me. Mm-hmm. And then same regards into marketing. I know what the fuck we're going to do. You know what the fuck we're going to do. This is how it's going to go. Mm-hmm. But then from them, they're like, well, what about this? What do you think about this? We got to think about this. And we're like, okay, yep, this is what we're going to do. Every angle's covered, and we go. So I think that, like, whenever you have, like, strong personalities that are proven and battle-tested, and there's no, and everybody recognizes the respect for one another, I think it's very difficult to beat.
Yeah.
You know, like, I think that's why, like, Antonio Brown, whenever he was on other teams, was such a pain in the ass because he thought he was more important than he actually was. You know what I mean? Like, and it's okay because there are people that are very important, but you can't be more important than you think you are. Like, I can't sit here and think that I'm more important than I am whenever I know how important I am, but not more important than I think I am. I can't go cross into something where I don't have business crossing into.
No, right.
And I think
I feel the same.
And I think that the way like the coaching status into the leadership category of the team, such as the quarterbacks, plays a huge role. And I don't know if I'd call that chemistry. Would you call that chemistry, Shane? Are you listening?
Yeah, I'd call it chemistry.
You would?
Yep.
Yeah, I would call it chemistry.
Yeah?
Because it's not like, I mean, I don't know what team meetings are like when Tom gets up and speaks to everyone. It sounds like
that's what I mean. I'd love to know.
I don't think it's like you need to do this, you need to do that. It's like
I think it is, but it's coming from someone who's so well respected and he respects their positions. Like, whenever somebody drops a ball, like Goodwin was it Goodwin, I think, dropped a couple passes last night.
Right over the middle.
I think he's going to get on his ass, but I think that it's followed up with the parenting technique of, I know you can catch the fucking football. Yeah. Like, I know I believe in you. That type of thing, rather than just down your throat, you piece of shit, fuck off. You know?
Well, you notice those two different attitudes, especially between Tom and Aaron Rodgers. Like, he gets, like, pissed off. Like, Aaron got like so pissed off with certain things, like a drop pass, or like there was a bad route in the end zone. I think like guy thought it was a handoff and just like it was a bad call, and he gets so pissed off. We're like, Tom, like, even if he knows, like, he's probably pissed. He knows it's not going to help the situation by being like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know?
And I
also don't know what he's saying. So.
But I think that, well, no, I think you're onto something there because I agree with.
Like, if I'm seeing him get frustrated, the whole fucking team is seeing that after every play.
Well, I think that that's something where when people ask me how I've changed over the years of, like, I'm not as intense as I was. I used to be way more intense. I used to be way fucking crazier. And over the years, and as I've become more and more successful, it's not because I'm any less, it's not I'm any more less intense, I just show it much less. I still feel the same way inside, but my delivery has to be different. The way I approach scenarios has to be different because there's more people that are here now. We have more on the line, more of everything. I can't be more of an asshole.
Right.
I have to control it, and I have to get people to do things that I want them to do in a certain way. Similar to that. Like, if I freak out and tell you you're a fucking moron, what's that do for me? That does nothing but take you down, make you feel bad. And I'm like, okay, I can look at you and say, hey, we fucked this up, okay? I need you to do a better job. Here's how we're going to do it. What can I do to help you do better? We can't have this happen again. This was a big mistake. What are we doing to correct it? I want your input because you're the one doing it all the time. What can we do together? All of a sudden, that's way different than me losing my shit.
Yeah.
Do I feel any less intense about the scenario? Absolutely not. One mistake is a mistake too many for me. However, mistakes are going to happen, especially in our business. Thousands of orders daily. Yes, we're going to have mistakes. However, we have to minimize those. And every day, we all work to minimize those. What good does it do for me to freak out? Doesn't do anything.
No, and like we talked about it before, like there's no one that's harder on each of us than ourselves when there's a fuck up. Like if I fuck up,
Oh,
you three already know there's nothing you could say.
I need to pick you up.
Exactly, because you're like, fuck, dude, I know
Hey,
how bad he's beating himself up right
cool,
now.
we're going to fix it.
Yeah.
We're going to move through it. And we all do the same to each
Yeah.
other. And I believe that the same thing occurs on a team that has that.
Yeah.
And whenever you have a team like that, like I believe that's the Kansas City Chiefs to a T.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're a team. So I think that whenever that occurs, the same thing that occurs here and why we are just moving at this insane rate is because of that. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I think that you could pretty much equate that to almost anything in life.
Yeah.
Because if you are a good person and you have not only good intentions but good actions, I think you're going to be tough motherfuckers to beat.
Yeah.
And also, that's why that you see when people come in, like selective people come in, and then you see how they get integrated into a system before they actually get accepted.
Yeah.
You know, and that's exactly what we do here because we protect everything we do because, you know, when we hire a new employee here, it's like, hey, we're hiring a new employee, and then they have their 90-day period, and it's like, why is there a 90-day period? There's a 90-day period because we have to find out if we like you or not. Not because you're a good person, but are you a good fit for our people? Mm-hmm. Because right now, our people are more important than one individual anywhere. Mm-hmm. Because you could be a great person, but if you come in and fuck up what we have already, you have to go. Mm-hmm. Has to be that way. That's what makes a good environment.
Yeah.
That's what helps build a culture where, I mean, our entire shipping crew hangs out outside of shipping.
Yeah.
Like, don't fuck shipping up. Like, then I'll have to get mad. I don't really get mad too much anymore. But it's such a wonderful place because there's no bad intentions. And it's all like everybody is moving forward, and the fact that we have opportunity for growth at the company, opportunity for growth on a team, great things are going to occur. Mm-hmm. Especially when you see the success. The team is progressing through the playoffs. Success is there from everything we did. All these young guys just watched all these veterans and veteran coaches and athletes and leaders like take them, and they're like, fuck, I'm part of something special. This is how you do it. Mm-hmm. Same thing here. This is how you do it. When people in our company are continually getting fucking promoted to positions that we're not hiring outsiders for managerial positions. Get promoted from within.
Yeah.
And that means that they're being groomed into doing great things. What are we going to do? Hire somebody to come in and take over fucking marketing?
Right.
No, that ain't going to happen, bud. You can sit in the fucking back seat.
Yep.
I don't care how fucking important you think you are. Mm-hmm. Because our people, our customers, our environment, and our culture here, that they're too important for that. And most people, whenever they have questions about, building a business or starting their own thing, starting their own business, what piece of advice would you give to somebody that's starting their own business? Bro, get ready. Mm-hmm. You're gonna make less money than you've ever made. Make more decisions than you've ever made. Sleep less than you've ever slept. Have more internal problems than you've ever had. And it's going to be the most exhilarating thing you've ever done in your fucking life. Because you don't know what's going to occur. There's no one way to do something. Mm-hmm. You have to find your way, and you have to build it with people that you believe in. And that's the scary part. But yeah, it's going to be insanely difficult. Like, how many people, like, looking back at everything, you know how many people told us not to do what we're doing?
Don't try to sell T-shirts.
Yeah, you're not going to sell that many.
Oh, T-shirts and hats, huh?
Oh, how's the T-shirts going? Yeah. Except what people don't know is it's because it's very saturated. Mm-hmm. If you don't have a good message, if you don't have someone leading the way, if you don't have somebody on the back end, if you don't have people fully invested and committed, it won't fucking work. AAR could be massively bigger than it is. The thing is, if you look, I mean, we know what goes on at other companies. Other companies are very vast. Other apparel companies. I mean, we're doing pretty good ourselves. But the ones on these massive mainstream levels have lost touch with their community. Mm-hmm. Their community gets the shirt, and they are awesome people, but the inner workings on the back end, the tens of millions of dollars are being controlled by people that actually don't give a fuck about their people. That for me is where I'm like, I don't like that too much. Mm-hmm. And you see it because you see what happens at these other companies. And I mean, I'm not here to talk bad about them, but I don't want that to happen to my own.
Well, no, and I think it's also just how proud we are that we were able to build it and hold our message and stay grounded and not pay for visitors on the website and not pay for advertising because we have to like scam it down your throat.
Yeah, no, I don't need to scam you for everything. What you all are a part of something is something that is so big and vast and in a picture, in a vision of what we all hold here to be astronomical. You all are a part of something that is getting built, and we will be on a very large, massive mainstream level. And you're going to see these same two motherfuckers this way the whole time. Mm-hmm. And the same person that I was previously, I mean, I'm not the same person, but the same moral values and strong beliefs, because I want to do something that nobody's ever done before. Mm-hmm. And if that's how I feel, I know that's how you feel, and that's how everybody in this building feels, because that's what we're doing. It's very unique. Mm-hmm. And whenever I watch other people do something and see things, all I do is I pay attention. I just recognize what's going on. And I think that we also, in that same regard, inspire a lot of people to do a lot of great things, you know? And that's the cool part, is whenever you see other people have success because of a way you made them feel. Mm-hmm. And Axe and Sledge is the pinnacle of that, in my opinion. What is occurring with our supplement company is astronomical. Like, that's the best bar in the industry. Like, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I'll say it with strong confidence. It's the best bar in the fucking industry. You're going to have a really hard time beating that bar, because right now we're going to take that and do insane great things with it, because everybody loves it. Kids, moms, dads, weightlifters, regular schmoes, my dad, my mom, everybody likes the bar. Why does everybody like the bar? Because it's delicious and nutritious, motherfucker. The whole goal. What do you think? I'm a fucking moron? Even though I'm a jerk off and act like a fucking perverted schmuck sometimes, like, our intentions every day are to do things that people are like, how the fuck did you do it? And that bar is exactly that. Like, it is incredible. And what we have planned for it in the coming years is fucking great. Coming months, shit. 3 months from now, it's going to be like, yeah, big dick's coming now. Later on, porn star dick's going to happen. Everybody's going to watch it. It's going to be great. Be hard not to notice it. Yeah. But those are things that you should aspire to do. And I saw this quote from, I was scrolling through Instagram, and it was a couple, actually. Oh, fuck. Paraphrasing. But it was how not to be jealous of other people's success, yet just be excited for them, and then you work harder. And I mean, it's kind of how what we preach every day. Like, whenever I see somebody have some success, like, I use Andy Frisella as somebody that I just watch, and I'm like, man, that fucking team is incredible. I watch them, and at times I'm like, Jesus God, like, you're fucking killing it. This is wild. But then I step back and I'm like, you've been in this shit for over a decade. And I'm like, yeah, you should be killing it. You should be. You're fucking right. You've been in it for a decade, murdering this motherfucker, investing every ounce that you have of your entire body into this. You should be killing it. I'm fucking pumped for you, because we're doing the same. If I'm doing the same, then people should feel the same for me, because I'm investing everything I am and I have into what we're doing. So whenever I see someone like that, I get there's that moment, that second of like, oh my God, fuck. But then I'm like, I'm not jealous. I'm just like anxious, because I want that feeling that he's having, because he's doing these things for feelings, because he's chasing things that are so unique that so few people ever get to live, and he's done it because he's done it with his hard work. He's done it with his brain. He's done it with these concepts that people thought were crazy. And I'm like, this motherfucker and his team and everybody that's a part of it is doing these crazy, great things. People should be excited. Mm-hmm. It should be inspiring. It fucking is. Because I'm sitting here thinking like, yeah, like I'm starting to taste a little bit of it. I'm starting to get it. And I'm like, and I'm starting to do things that I never thought were possible. So yeah, like I'm gonna do it again. Let's go. And you're into it, and it's not. There's no. It's. I don't want people to be jealous of me. I don't want people to be envious. I want people to be inspired. I want people to feel some shit. And it's not even like financial freedom is something that I dream of to later in life for myself, my family, and everybody, and I'm starting to realize that that's obviously a strong driving force, but that's not the only one anymore. I just want to do shit that's fucking insane.
Well, I think that's what I'm most attracted to is, like, every time I think, like, this is, like, I had to put in this amount of work to do this or to see this facility come together or to add 10 more employees. Like, we had to work this hard to do it, and then I'll see like a huge brand or someone like Andy introduce their new facility that's like a fucking mile long and see their like internal team being 50, 80, 100 plus. I'm like, fuck, how much more do I got to work to do that? How many more hours a day do I need to put in to do that? Because it's that much more work. It's not that it just like, you keep building it at the same effort, like the effort staying the same. Mm-mm. That's not the case even after you add the team.
Yes.
That doesn't matter.
No.
Like your mind is still evolving. The owner, the leader, the manager, their mind is still evolving. So like every year you accomplish this big fucking goal and you're like, okay, I need to think even more. I need to sleep even less. I need to do.
And these are things that is why it takes everybody for the world to turn. Mm-hmm. Not everybody can do what he's doing and what other crazy fucking business owners, or even for that matter, what we're doing. Everybody can't. I completely understand that everybody can't be me or even wants to be me. Like if you lived in my life for a week straight, or any of our lives for a week straight, you'd kind of be like, so you don't do much, huh? No, I don't. No. I go to work every day and then I lift some weights, and then I talk about work more, and then I keep talking about work pretty much on my phone until at least 12 every night. And then, I have some bourbon here and there. Then I see my kids for like a couple hours a night. And that's about it. That's every day. Yeah, that's fucking intense. That's a lot of people's lives, and it's great, but the consuming part of it, like, is over the top.
Yeah.
Some people don't want that. Some people want to work 8 to 9 hours a day and then have another life. I don't have another life. I don't have downtime. Really doesn't exist in my life. My downtime is with my kids, and that's not really downtime because that's more work, and it's great. I don't mind it. I like my life. I really enjoy it. But it takes everybody for the world to turn, and with this, it's like it's weird because I think in society, like, I want to see everybody do good, but everybody needs to understand their personal goals and their personal worth. And when we talk like this, it's so intense. Like looking at Andy Frisella, people get pissed at him or pissed at anybody that has lots of money like that, and like how flashy, like his cars are. I'm like, well, yeah, they should be. Motherfucker works really hard. Like, I don't want to. Like, I bet you if you went to his wife and said, "What do you really think of Andy?" She's gonna be like, "He's the fucking one of the greatest people you'll ever meet." And then you'll be like, "But what's it really like?" She's like, "It's probably the most terrifying thing in the world." And it's like, what do you mean? You just said he was like the greatest person on the planet. Yes, he is also one of the craziest people. You're going to see 5 different personalities from Andy in a day. You'll see 5 different personalities from me in a day.
Oh my God.
You'll think I'm schizophrenic.
Sure. Yeah.
There'll be times when Hannah's like, you go from being the nicest, sweetest person to all of a sudden, an hour later, you are a fucking savage. I think you might rip somebody's face off.
I scare myself.
Yeah, I know.
lot.
I'm like, who the fuck am I?
Happens almost every like Sunday morning. I get fucked up.
Oh, really?
Sunday morning, like I wake up. It's like I take like the first hour, 2 hours of the day, and I have coffee in bed with Kim, and like it's relaxing, and it's literally our only time during the entire week. And then the moment that like 1 or 2 hours is gone, I'm like, my head starts like running for the rest of the week, setting up Monday, setting up everything that's going on, and then playing catch up Sunday afternoon on all the shit I didn't do at home all week.
Yeah.
So like she sees it come over me. She's like, "What just happened in the last fucking hour? You were like a teddy bear just hanging out, we're relaxing, loving." And then
boom. Like
I don't even have to say anything. I'll just go in my head and I'm like, fuck, I know I'm there. I feel it.
You know, I think that it's I have a similar thing go on, but I don't really let anything get the best of me anymore. Simply because there's way too many other cool things that are great and wonderful. I don't like that anxious feeling. I fucking hate it.
I can't stand it.
So I've said if I can't, because what am I, bro, there's times whenever I'm legitimately awake at 5:55 in the morning. I do my cardio. I feel great. And I start getting everything ready for the day. I get my shower. The kids start waking up. We do our shit and have our time in the morning. And then, like, I'm out the door. And I walk out the door, and I look around, and I'm like, it's cold. I can't really do anything outside. But then I'm like, this place needs to look better. Yeah. And I'm like, but I have to go to work. I can't not go to work. What the fuck you mean? So I go to work. And then we do everything here. And then I come home at night. And I have SJ, and it's usually like 7:30, 8 o'clock. Driving down the driveway. It's dark outside. Coming down the driveway. And everything that I left that morning is still right fucking there. Pull in the driveway. I go inside. Girls get home from gymnastics at 9 o'clock. And me, what's more important? Taking care of my family and having a nice meal and spending time together, because we don't get much time, because the second they come home at 9 o'clock, we eat dinner as a family every single fucking night. And then they get showers. They have a small snack. And then they're in bed by 10:05. And then after that, we have to do everything we need to do inside, cleaning up, getting everything prepared for the next day with our 3 children. That is my shit. I don't let everything get me anxious, because for me, what I'm doing with my children is very important. Then whenever the weather gets nice out and it's a little lighter out during the day, and we don't have gymnastics every fucking Saturday or gymnastics meets or mayhem with a 7-month-old or 8-month-old, it'll get there. Yep. I'm not going to get too worked up about it, because I let the other things are more of a priority for me. So, I mean, that's how I feel inside. And maybe I do need to. No, I don't. Nope. Don't need to restructure shit. I fucking like it. Yeah. And there's always ways to improve, but I work way too hard to get myself worked up. I work way too fucking hard. Just like everybody here. We all work way too hard for anything to get us down, because we're doing things that so many people would be just over the moon about having the opportunity in which we have.
Yeah, I mean, I struggle with that anxious feeling all the time, and Kim brings me back from that often, because like I'm just in my fucking head all the time. But I've been like rubbing off on her in a way. She's been home the last how many months with her knee and all that shit. So she starts to get these like anxious feelings now too. And
oh boy.
So like it just it snowballs, because neither of us are talking to each other about shit. But like it's to the point that one little comment from my significant other completely changes, for the good or the bad, how the rest of my day is going to be. You know, because like yesterday, I didn't feel like doing shit, moving furniture all fucking weekend. I had to do 17 miles yesterday morning. Like, that's no small feat. Like, that takes a lot.
Biking or running?
Running.
Oh, boy.
And I'm like, fuck, dude, it's 9 degrees outside. I don't want to do this. I'm depleted. I feel like shit. And, like, I was pacing around the house, and she's like, you just got to go do it. I'm like, I know. I'm going to go do it on the treadmill. I'm at mile 2, and I wasn't in it. I was like, I'm going to do 5 miles. I was like, I'm beat. I'm going to hurt myself, all this shit. And I text her. I was like, I'm just not in it. And she's like, stop worrying about me. You love running. Do your thing. And, like, literally a fucking switch. And then I ran 15 more fucking miles at my best pace of my life. And, like, it's the same thing with work. Like, Monday morning, I get worked up. I like to work out. I like to get in, get the coffee made, make sure everything's, like, cleaned up in here. And I was, like, in the same thing. And she's like, hey, what are you in a rush for? Stop rushing your fucking life. Go in, make the coffee, have your shake, enjoy the day. And it's I don't know. It's such a tough thing.
So we'll talk about this. We'll get on the topic of mental health, men's mental health. Mm-hmm. It's really what this is. And I think that toxic masculinity, men's mental health, all these different polarizing topics that go on. We don't really talk about men's mental health very much in society because it's always been a shut the fuck up and stop being a pussy. Mm-hmm. However, before we get into all that, we have to understand, what is your purpose in life? Because this is a question that I remember in my philosophy class in college. They said, like, everything has a purpose except, like, human life. Did you ever notice that? Like, when you look at a lot of stuff, like, you know what it does. You know what its purpose is. Mm. Hey, look at this nice chair. What do you do with the chair?
Sit on it.
You sit on it. Look at that nice table. What do you do with the table? Put things on it. Look at that nice camera. These are all things that are man-made, but, like, you understand, like, what their purposes are. Like, a purpose, you can name the fucking purpose for almost everything out there except humans. Like, what's your purpose? We all know. When you look at a female, what's a female's purpose? If you had to boil it down to the most primal thing there is, female's purpose, reproduction. Because they're the only part of a human that can reproduce. That's it. Just women. Men, we can't have babies. So you could say our purpose is to fertilize a female for her to have a baby. But that's like, if we're going to boil things down to just those things, that's not enough. Okay? So when you look at humans, like, what's your purpose in life? We don't know. That's what you're searching for your entire life, is what is your purpose? What are you doing here? Everything else on the planet has a purpose except you. Oh, man. Pretty wild right now, right? So if you don't have a purpose, you're like a work dog. If you will do anything to try and find something, find worth. Self-worth and purpose is the most important thing in life, in my opinion. If you don't find those things, you will find trouble. For fucking sure. As a human, the one thing that we search for in life, and that's why everybody gets confused, and that's why everybody gets ahead of themselves, is why they are not finding their purpose and their self-worth in this world. If you wake up and you do not have something to work for or any type of worth, that feeling, that just self-worth, you'll feel worthless. You'll begin to create all these different feelings inside of you that you don't know what is going on. That's what makes the human mind, and that's what makes us as humans so unique. Because I know personally, if I don't have a physical goal, what do? I find trouble.
Yep.
So I've learned one thing about myself right there, real quick, that I need physical goals. I need physical goals because me personally, Seth, I like that stuff. I like sweating. I like my hands to hurt. I like my body to feel things. That means, for me personally, what occurs in my head when that happens is good for me and my mental health because it levels me out. So I need to do work. That's why I like splitting wood. That's why I like cutting grass. It's why I like being outside working. It's why I love the gym. It creates a feeling inside of me that helps me do better in life.
Yeah.
Gives me a sense of worth. Why? Bro, I don't know. That's why whenever I say splitting wood, like, it's mindless work because I'm able to relax. I free myself. I split the wood. I stack the wood. I look at the wood, and then I put the wood in the fireplace, and it heats my house, and it makes me feel cool because it's warm in my family. I like that. Don't hate me because I like that. That's just what I like. It gives me a sense of worth. Very small. With the weightlifting, like I said, whenever I'm doing it, it's doing something to me that I'm like, man, I fucking love this. I feel good. I like the way I look. I look in the mirror. Yeah, I feel good. Fuck yeah. What just happened? I don't know. I can't explain it. Nobody can. You know why? Because it's about me and my purpose.
Yeah.
My feelings. So whenever we're talking about, that leads into the question about mental health and people's anxious feelings, people's depression. And it's like, shut the fuck up and do the work. That age-old saying. Why is that? Because if you are somebody searching for things and you're confused, you're anxious, you're depressed, more than likely you're doing nothing. More than likely, not every time, but more than likely you're just there. You need to do something that makes you feel alive. Shut the fuck up and do the work. I don't know what that means. It's a very vague statement. But I know if I just shut the fuck up and I go cut wood, all of a sudden Seth turns into a different person. Mm-hmm. If I just go in there and lift some weights, all of a sudden I turn into a different person. If I don't, and I just start throwing back bourbons, and I don't do my cardio, eat too many Doritos, I turn into a different person. I feel worse about myself. I don't wake up the same. My value in life kind of deteriorates. Do you find that unique? So whenever I say, don't be a bitch, shut the fuck up and do the work, I'm not saying that because I think you're worthless. I'm saying that because I do think you are worth a whole lot.
Mm-hmm. You're just not doing enough.
You're just not doing enough, dude. Or you're doing the wrong thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because how long did you lift weights and remain a fat, depressed fuck?
My entire life.
All of a sudden you switch to work. Mm-hmm. You found something new. Mm-hmm. And you still struggle with anxiety and stress. Why? Because you're running massive multi-million-dollar companies. Mm-hmm. It's very intense and stressful. That's completely understandable. But if you don't find new things and more work, you're going to find yourself in trouble.
Yep.
Just like everybody. This is what makes the human mind so incredibly unique and why I find it so fascinating. And why whenever I read some things online from people about mental health and men's mental health and toxic masculinity and this and that and how they're so great, hey, dickhead, you're on the internet way too much. You know what you're doing? Nothing. You're sitting there on the internet. You're not doing anything. I guarantee you, fucking-tee you, that if you remove your beta bitch ass from the internet and come out and split wood with me for 8 hours on a beautiful fall afternoon, you'll be a different person. Guarantee you. You spend 2 hours with me every single day after your work day in the gym, working, sweating, putting yourself through things, and being in an environment that is uplifting, you're going to be a different person. You're going to get off the internet. You're not going to be as depressed. You're not going to be as anxious. Why? Because you're finding purpose. You don't know what that is. Nobody knows what. When you're born, your parents don't look at you and say, Robert, you're going to be the most phenomenal, incredible graphic designer of this great company and a huge Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan. It's not what the fuck happens when you're born. Nobody. I look at my son every day. And I'm like, I have no clue what the fuck this kid's going to turn into. I look at my 13-year-old every day. I don't know what this fucking kid's going to turn into. All I know is I'm going to make sure that I create opportunity and show them and lead them to do great things. I don't know what's going to happen. Because there's one thing that is to be true. Only thing on the planet that does not have a definitive purpose. Human beings. That is our goal in life, is to find out our purpose, our value, our worth. And every day you work for it. The mental health aspect of life is so important. And we as from society has looked at social media, fucking a certain look, money, fucking fame. However, whenever you get down to the nuts and bolts of it, I'm so fucking simple that notice that millions of dollars still isn't making me not want to split wood. Mm-hmm. It's still not making me want to be an incredible father. It's not. It's driving me to do great things that are making me feel alive and absolutely incredible. But there are certain things that I still hold so close to myself that I'll never lose them. And as I continue to grow, I'm like, this is one thing that I'm like, I reflect upon myself and say, I hold it so tight. Why am I holding it so tight? I'm like, because it makes me who I am, and I like that person. I like being that person. So whenever I have time to think about these things and reflect, I just look that for me, those are so important. And for everybody else that I see on Facebook, a lot on Facebook, like local people, bitch, complain, moan, whine, or show everything in their life all the time, like all their intimate moments and all these things. And I'm like, that's great, but what are you doing? You're showing me because you want me to see it, and you're proud of it, or you're like really worthless inside. You want people to know your worth. Me, like I'm the more stressed out that we become here and the more intense things get, the more like closed I become. I'm not so open. Like I don't. Whenever I go somewhere, Hannah, we went to dinner. Did you take a picture at dinner? I fucking didn't.
No, not one.
I didn't fucking take a picture. I didn't give a fuck who knew or what was going on. I was living in the moment so hard and enjoying my life and being out and just seeing everybody. Brandon, fucking Juan Carlos bringing us big champagne. Like I didn't give a fuck. I was just living. I wanted it so bad. I loved it. I was like fucking bathing in it. And then I had a great time. We talk about it on a podcast. I think that showing it is important, but also making sure that you understand how wonderful things are is it's big.
Yeah. I mean, looking back on like the old out of shape, depressed me, like that, I was depressed all the time because I knew I wasn't doing enough. I knew I wasn't working hard enough. I knew I wasn't training the right way. I knew I was eating like shit. Mm-hmm. I wasn't doing anything about it. I was just getting depressed because I knew internally I wasn't doing enough. And yet I wanted everyone to say, hey, you're doing a good job. You're doing enough. It's just fine. But it wasn't.
It's not.
It's not at all, because that's what I have to push myself beyond that breaking point to get that release, to get myself past that point. Like physically I have to, not just mentally with work. Like, bro, work, home life, relationships, like, yeah, that shit's tough. Like you have to work for those things too. But until I physically demanded myself of more, dude, I need that every day now. I need it every single day.
Everybody does, I believe. Mm-hmm. That's why I find this so fucking mind-blowing about human beings. Mm-hmm. Because I'll turn into somebody different if I don't have it. It's wild. And you can't just be like, deal with it. No. Whenever I say shut the fuck up and do the work or deal with it, it's not derogatory. It's get your shit together and do something. Mm-hmm. And you have to search for it. But people don't like the work.
Well, no, and then that's the next step. Okay, I got to do the work. I got to do this much work. Well, you don't just do a half-ass job then either. You have to perfect that shit. I was listening to this YouTube video yesterday that was talking about, like, how do you do every little thing in your life? Like, when you wash your car, when you hand wash your car and you're all done and you dry the fucking car and you put everything away and then you notice, like, you missed a whole spot or something's fucked up, are you like, it's fine, it's good enough? No, I'm getting everything back out, delaying the rest of my fucking day, and everything's getting pushed back because I want that to be perfect.
Yep.
And you're like, oh, it's just washing a car. Oh, it's just cutting the grass. Well, no. If you slack on those fucking things, then you're going to slack at your job. You're going to slack on your workout. You're going to slack on your relationship with your wife. It's all going to compound. And then all of a sudden, your entire life is just a mediocre effort. And you expect so much more, and then you get depressed.
Yep.
Where if you would have just taken that extra 20 minutes and done it right the first time, you wouldn't have to rip everything back out to rewash the fucking car. And I'm like, it sounds like everything that we preach all the time. It's so fucking simple. Like, we don't have problems, we just have more work to do. Well, if we didn't think that same fucking way the last 5 years, you think we'd have any of this fucking shit? I know I wouldn't. There's no way. No way. So call me fucking crazy for being so, whatever you want to call it. I used to think it was OCD. It's not. I strive to perfect everything I do because I have this much time on this fucking planet, and if I don't, dude,
What do you? That's
what am I doing then?
Well, that's where people get tied up in their purpose. You need worth. Self-worth is so important. Self-worth.
I'm not a pro bodybuilder. I'm not a pro NFL player. I'm a normal dude that just likes to work really hard at what I enjoy. And if you can do that inside your realm, dude, you don't have to be a professional bodybuilder to get off the same fucking way as that feeling when you're in the gym.
Oh yeah. Well, that's why. I mean, that's what is so crazy about what's going on in the world today, and why times have changed so much, and why, like, everything that you just said and everything that I just said, it boils down to a certain amount of work. Well, if you don't want to work, you're not going to change how you feel. Like, I think of this person in particular I see all the time. I went to high school with the guy, and it's like just negative all the time. And he's always on the internet. And I'm just thinking to myself, bro, you're always on the internet. Like, you're not going to be okay. And and he talks about his mental struggles and on the internet. And I'm like, man, you ain't getting no better. You haven't noticed that? Like, I've been watching you for about 4 years now. And, bro, nothing has changed. You've gotten worse. It's because you're doing the same thing. And even those people are highly intelligent, but they still are searching for things. And it's crazy because people that aren't very intelligent or have a high IQ, that doesn't mean that they won't be successful in life. It doesn't mean that they can't have just this incredible value to life. Some of the people that are like have the lowest IQs from a fucking school standpoint are some of the best people that I've ever met in my life, and some incredibly successful individuals. And then people that have high IQs, they aren't, And I mean, that's why we touch so many people right now, is because you have to, whenever you fucking find something that you're good at, whenever you're finding your worth and finding your value, incredible things start happening. It's true. But that mental health aspect, if you're having mental struggles, like, bro, we do, everybody does.
Yep.
If you're having those struggles, you have to find things that make you feel a certain way. You have to find them. Because if you don't, you're not going to get any better. And if you just keep doing the same shit, you're going to get worse, actually.
Well, and sit there and say to yourself, how many times are you going to say to, like, other people, like, the reason or the excuse as to why you're not getting somewhere with something, or why I don't have enough money for this, or I'm behind on this again, or I just lost this job again. And it's like, how many times are you going to, like, sit there and keep saying it over and over when the common factor is yourself?
Yep.
Other than these outside scenarios, like your child getting sick or losing a family member, that just spiral your mind out of control for a reason.
Yes.
If you have control of it, it's like, fuck, dude, I can't stand trying to give someone some advice or just like put some spring back in their step towards life, and then, well, I can't because of this, and it's like, fuck, dude.
Well, then this is where I get to. This is where I'm fucking brutal about life.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only brutal about it because I went through some really fucked up shit. Like, I mean, I think that adversity is so important in life. You watch me go through one of the craziest, most adverse things. Most people shouldn't have to do what I did. And I don't talk about it because it's I like what we have now. But whenever I look at things, and whenever I get so fucking downright brutal about it, I don't really give a fuck about people's feelings to a certain extent. I really don't. Like, whenever something bad happens in life, bad things are going to occur. Bad things did occur in my life. Some really ugly shit occurred. I had to do things that I was not proud of, things that are just, I really wish I never would have had to do. However, I had to, and it made me a better man. But when certain things happen in life, you have to legitimately step back, like take a step back and look at your life from a third person, okay, and look and say, what would you tell that person to do, or what should that person do? And you're saying that about yourself, like it's like a movie, okay. And whenever you step back and look at it, like, you're going to have to do the work. Like, mom and dad ain't going to do the work for you. Nobody's going to do the work. You got to do it. And whenever something bad happens in life, like, I don't give a fuck. I didn't die. I'm not going to die. And it sucks. It's like I'll use this as an example. This is very morbid and fucked up and terrible. So my parents are going to pass away. They're going to die. I'm going to die too. More than likely, I'm going to die early. Why? Because of what I did to my body. I fully fucking understand that. I also understand that my parents are getting older. They're in their early 60s. They're going to pass away within the next 10 to 15 years. They might be fucking tomorrow. I don't know. So I think about those things. Should I think about them? Probably not, because it's a little morbid and fucked up. But in society and learning and watching people what they do when people die, what am I supposed to do? When my dad fucking dies, which is going to happen, say my dad dies tomorrow. My dad dies tomorrow. Am I going to cry? I don't know. Why? Because what my dad has taught me and what my dad has raised me to become is one of the most incredible people on this fucking planet, because he led by example. So when my dad dies, I might not cry. I might just sit here and go, all right, Dad. Might shed a few tears and say, what would my dad do right now? My dad would say, take care of your fucking mom and go back to fucking work. That's what my dad would tell me to do. Because that's what he did. Because just because his father passed away, life didn't stop. He couldn't stop and not go to work. He didn't fucking cry every day at work and, oh, I'm my dad. No. He went to fucking work because he is a dad. Because people do fucking rely on him. Because he has to step up. Does he miss his dad? Fuck yeah. Am I going to miss my dad? Fuck yeah. But what do I have to do? I have to lead by example, just like my father did his entire life. Does it suck? Absolutely. That's how I have to look at it. Is that fucked up of me to look at things like that? Probably a little bit. However, my dad wants me to be the best human being on the fucking planet. He wants me to have an impact on people that are so incredible that whenever I leave their life, they remember me. Just like I do him. Is there going to be times when I wish I could call my dad? Absolutely. Is there going to be times that I wish he and I went on more fishing trips? Absolutely. Is there going to be times whenever he and I, that I wish so many things? Absolutely. But I'm not going to live my life and be upset because he wants me to be happy. My dad wants me to be happy. He wants me to work hard and have an impact. So that's what I'm going to do. So whenever he passes on that day, am I going to shed some tears? Abso-fucking-lutely. Am I going to be a prick to everybody else? Nope. Because that's not what my dad stood for. Those are things that, like, I think about often, these morbid, fucked up, terrible things that can possibly happen in life. And I think that's why I look and why I'm so fortunate that I am alive. Why? I don't have fucking problems. I don't. Just have more work to do. My kids are happy. My kids are healthy. They're able-bodied. I'm able-bodied. What am I bitching about? What are you crying about? Oh, you had a bad day. I don't know what to do with myself. Go split wood, you cunt. Go fucking lift a weight. Go do something. Do something. Shut the fuck up and do something. Just do it. Who cares if it hurts? Who cares if it's hard? It's supposed to be hard. You're just sitting there bitching, making other people's lives fucking worse. Stop it. Don't do it. You don't need an antidepressant. You don't need an anti-anxiety. You need to do things that make you feel alive. You need to go do them. You want to go do sports? Go do sports. You want to go take a fucking kickboxing class? Go take a kickboxing class. You want to go do some jujitsu? Go fucking do it. You want to take karate? Take karate. Do something. You want to go super fast in a car? Go ahead, go super fast in a car. You want to shoot yourself in the fucking head? Go ahead, shoot yourself in the fucking head. I don't care. Do something that makes you feel a way that people want to be around you. Why do I want to feel sorry for people? I don't want to feel sorry for people. It's a part of me, like these feelings and these fucked up thoughts and all this stuff runs through my head, and that's why I am the way I am. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And like, and it's terrible, but it's not. I don't know. I don't think it is. Like, the whole death thing is tough, but everybody's gonna die. Like, what do? You think you're gonna live forever?
No.
I know I'm not gonna live forever. So while I'm here, I'm gonna do things that like are really cool. Mm-hmm. I want to do things that like is fun. Like that's why whenever I say these fucked up wild thoughts or these fucked up like big being perverted and fucking under a waterfall and all these crazy things and good dick days, like bro, if you're not talking like that, what are you doing? What are you doing? Mm-hmm. What are you gonna do? You're gonna get into a relationship and be modest? What fun is that? You're gonna get into a relationship and like you're gonna get into a relationship where you see a cabana on the beach and be like, hey, we should go fuck in that cabana. But like people were in there now. I know, like tonight in the middle of the night, like when nobody's around, let's go fuck in the cabana. Why? So we can tell people we did it. So when we're 70, we're like, hey, you remember the time we fucked in that cabana at Jamaica? Nice. I remember that. I'm about to die. I'm on my fucking deathbed. And it's like, and I have Hannah tell me, hey, like I'm dying. I'm on my deathbed. And she's like, hey, remember the time in Jamaica when we had sex in the cabana? Nice. I do. You blew your load in the ocean? Yeah. This is cool. God. Fuck yeah. What are you doing? What are you doing? Like, you should be doing things that, like, make you feel alive every day. Sure, it's going to be stressful, but, like, you can't live in fear. You can't live in, like, fucking... No, dude. No, I fully recognize every single day how unique today is. Like, and that's where all those cliche things about, like, telling everybody, before you leave, tell your significant you love them. Before you leave, call your parents, text your mom, text your dad. You don't know when it's going to happen. Yes, my parents are getting older. Fuck yeah. Like, I don't hold nothing against my parents. Fuck, dude, I bought my parents fucking big bottles of champagne. I bought them fucking $1,000 in champagne, and my mom tried giving it back to me. My dad's like, fuck you, dude, I'm keeping it. Like, yeah, I bought it for you. Want me to buy you a case? You guys should be doing this. Why? Because you're getting older. You guys are going to retire soon, right? Yeah. Well, when you retire, I'm going to buy you a very nice trip somewhere. But if you don't, I ain't buying you shit.
Nope, no trip.
Nope, fuck you. I'll buy you a fucking month in Marco Island. I don't give a fuck. Why? Because I know you won't buy it yourself, and if I buy it, you have to go, because then I'll guilt the fuck out of you. Like, I just, that's why I am the way I am, and I don't think I've ever voiced that's how I feel. And people can disagree with me, and people might say some shit back to me about this, and I don't know. You're right, I don't know, but what I do know is I have to make sure that I think a certain way so that I make the best out of every single day possible.
Well, and it's tough too, because like a lot of people like hearing us rant about things like this, or hear Andy go off on a rant about people bitching and complaining and all this shit. It's like, unless you've really, I mean, we're pretty much on the map because of Axe and Sledge and AAR.
Absolutely.
Andy with First Form.
Yeah.
Unless you've really been following us since day one, or following Andy since day one, 10, 12 years ago when he was living out the back of a fucking supplement store, you can't get mad at someone for going out and doing things and for living.
No.
Because when Andy posts his 12 cars in his one garage, and it's talking about his underground garage that's being built and all this other cool shit, which I think is cool as fuck,
awesome.
by the way. Like, it's motivating the fuck out of me.
I want an underground garage.
But it's like, most people, because he's so big and everything, and he's in the limelight, there's so many new people that don't know, bro, this dude has been at it 24/7 for the last 15 fucking years, forever. He was 350, 400-pound Andy just getting started. Then he's in shape Andy with a fucking empire. And it's like, it's why if I do post anything, or you post anything, or we're excited about opening a new facility or bringing on 10 more people, it's because you guys have seen where we fucking were 5 years ago, and we haven't changed. And I don't I don't plan on changing, dude. No. Because I see what it's doing for everyone else, and if you're new to the show and you don't like something we're doing, it's like, bro, you need to go back and see where it all started. And not judge anyone for anything.
No.
Don't judge anyone for anything. Like, I even get caught up sometimes. I'm like, is that guy kind of a piece of shit flaunting his stuff? And it's like, well, no. I don't know what he went through. Did he lose someone in his life? Did he go through a bad marriage? Did he, like, what happened to him?
Yep.
You know, you can't look at it that way.
And it's and you're going to go through those wild times, and you're more than likely going to do a couple fucked up things. Like whenever I went through my divorce and I and had to take custody of the kids, like there was a couple times where I'm like, holy fuck, man, that was a wild time there for a minute. The fuck was I thinking? I don't know what I was thinking. You're living. You're learning. You're doing things that are uncharacteristic at the time, because most people going through hard times, there's no fucking book on it. There's a fucking book on life. There's a fucking million books on life. And guess what? What you're going through, not one book might be on that subject. Nope, because they ain't you. Because you humans are unique. We all have a unique purpose in life. That's where this all boiled down to. You have to fucking do the work to find it. Do the work. Find it. You know what I mean? Like my anybody that's even like, we're talking about these, like Andy Frisella's success or anything like this, like I don't know what's going to happen when my mom and dad die. I don't know what's going to happen to me. Whenever you lose somebody early in life, fuck yeah, that's horrible, that's terrible. But if you dwell on it, you're never going to get better. You really think your parents that person would want you to dwell on it and miss them forever? No. Motherfucker, when I die, I don't want people to be like, oh, miss me forever. No. I want you to remember the things that I tell you, and that is to go be a good motherfucker. Go do things that make people fucking want to become better for. Simple as that. Yeah, absolutely. Like my mom, like, for example, my mom and dad, like, they owned their own small business, employed people, did great things for the community, raised fucking 4 kids. Whenever, like, as they get older, it's like, think about, like, what somebody else's purpose in life is. Like, what's my mom's purpose in life? Like, she was a stay-at-home mom her whole life until we grew up, and then she took over books for my dad. Like, does all the fucking books from my dad's business. Like, my mom didn't go to school to be no fucking accountant. But my mom knew more about accounting and books than I'd probably say 95% of small business owners. She didn't go to college for that shit. Self-taught, learned it all, did all that. But what's her purpose in life? I don't fucking really know. She might not even know her purpose, and she's in her early 60s. But what do I think? Her purpose was to raise her children, raise us to become who we are. Because the values that she's taught me in life are what this whole entire company is built upon. The values that my parents taught me are what this company is. That's why we have such a following. So whenever you like, what's my mom's purpose? It was to raise us to be the people that we are and have the impact that we do in our community. Like my brother is who I should be. My brother's like the nicest fucking person in the world. People that think I'm a good person, go meet Jake. People that think I have all these great qualities, go meet Jake. Jake is one of the greatest people on the planet. He has a heart the size of fucking Texas. It's fucking huge. It's actually too big sometimes. It's like, Jake, you need to be a prick. Like, everybody has a purpose in life, and sometimes you might search for it or not even know what your purpose is until you're actually doing it, because you should have good intentions with good actions. Mm-hmm. Like I think of my siblings and how great they all are. Like, Jake is considerate and kind. I am those things as well, but he's more so, but like when it comes to all these things that are huge topics and they're open-ended, they're so open-ended. Like, just be a good motherfucker. Work really hard. Like, mental health is everything. Like, you need to consider your mental health. And all I know is, me personally, when it comes to my mental health, physical.
Yep.
If I don't have physical shit to do, I'll find trouble. Trouble as in what? Trouble. Alcohol, drugs, debauchery. I'll find them, motherfucker. Why? I don't know. I don't fucking know. I just know that if I don't fucking lift weights or split wood or do physical shit like cardio, I'll find trouble. And Hannah knows that about me. If I don't do cardio, I'll find trouble. Go do your cardio. Because I told her early on that I need to do cardio. Why do you need to do cardio? Because I'll be a prick and I'll find trouble if I don't. Guess what? Early on, she noticed if I wasn't doing cardio, go do your cardio. You got it, babe. How long did you do? An hour? You did an hour on the stepper. Yeah. Oh boy, you have a problem. You got something going on. I know. And it's scary. And this topic is super intense.
It is.
Super intense. And we can't pretend like everybody's okay and it's all good. No. There's times whenever if I don't do my cardio, I won't get my dick sucked because I'm a fucking asshole. I like getting my dick sucked. So it's like a circle. I do my cardio, I'm a better person, I get my dick sucked. Hannah knows she doesn't want to suck my dick if I don't do my cardio. Go do the cardio. Go do the cardio, babe. I don't like you right now. You got it, babe.
See you later.
Let me go do some cardio. And there's things like even splitting the wood. Like Hannah knew that me tearing my tricep over the summer, I didn't split the wood, I didn't stack the wood, I didn't do all the cool shit. She's like, you legitimately need that. I know. I like cutting the grass. People that tell me they're like, cutting the grass sucks, this and that. I'm like, yeah, sure, okay, sounds good. I don't know. I don't really want to offend you right now, but I need to cut the grass. Why? Because I like it. Why do you like it so much? I like the smell. I don't fucking know. What do you want me to tell you? You want me to lie to you and tell me I hate fucking cutting the grass so I'm like you? No, I like cutting the fucking grass. Sure, you don't have to cut the fucking grass. You want me to cut your grass too? I'll cut your fucking grass. I don't care. Why? I like the way it smells. So I sweat. You push 2 acres. Sometimes. Why? Because I needed to, you dickhead. I don't fucking know. I'm just doing it. Because I know whenever I push the fucking 2 acres, I feel better. And I'm going to do things that make me feel better. Maybe you should fucking do them and stop telling me it sucks. Doesn't suck. Fuck you. These are things that, like, what are you supposed to say? You know what I mean? Like, that's why I tell people the internet's so great, because you can find other people that like to do cool shit and fun things. Like, I like to split wood. Like, what do you want me to do? You want to yell at me because I like to split fucking wood? I don't know. Tell me it's fucking hard. Oh, tell me I should get a wood fucking log splitter. I don't want a fucking log splitter. I am the log splitter.
That's a good nickname. Fucking log splitter.
But like, this is why I find such fascination in people's crafts. That's why I like bourbon so much. I don't drink it because I like to get fucked up and forget who I am. I like to drink it and appreciate who the fuck made it. Why do I like going to steakhouses? High-end fucking $100 steaks. Why do I like it so much? Because the farmer that fucking had the cows on the farm was like, I'm going to make the best fucking meat possible. The restaurateur that fucking opened up a restaurant and said, I'm going to have the best fucking beef that people can buy, and it's going to be expensive as fuck because it's a craft. I'm going to buy the best chef to cook the best beef, and I'm going to have people in, and they're going to love it. Why? Because it's fucking awesome. I want to be around people that have craftsmanship, that have passion for things that they do. And it's going to be a lot of work, and there's going to be a lot of heartache. And I know those things, so that's why I want to be a part of it. I want to be around those people. I don't want to be around somebody that's on fucking Facebook crying about fucking anything. Fuck you. Do the work, you cunt. Is it bad? Yeah. You're going through a hard time? I don't know what to fucking tell you. You know what? Whenever I went through a hard time, people asked me how I was doing, but did they actually give a fuck? Maybe a little bit, but they knew to stay the fuck away from me because I had to work through my shit. Whenever I was going through the shit and going through hard times and doing things that I fucking unbelievable, what did I know? Shouldn't do drugs, shouldn't drink alcohol. Why? Because it's fucking bad for the situation. Recognize it, motherfucker. Recognize how unique of a position you're in. Recognize how awesome fucking life can be. And then do those good things. Do it. Just do the work. Find a purpose. Do it. Bacardi and cola. Again, it's topics that are so heated. And I think people they have misconceptions about it.
Yep.
Like toxic masculinity. Oh, Jesus, I'm so toxic. I'm a fucking prick. Yes, I am. I don't know what you want me to tell you. I like splitting wood. I like pussy. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean it's not cool to me. So what? I don't care what the fuck you do. I don't bag on anybody for what they do. Go do it. Just don't be a cunt. Don't bitch. Fuck your bitching. Ugh. Makes me just want to shoot you in the fucking face. And if you hate your life so much, just, I don't know, either fucking do some work or just run off a fucking cliff. Because it's not for me. What you think people want to be around you from being guilted into wanting to be around you? No.
Or wanting to hear someone say the same thing, like, yeah, I know what you mean. Like, fucking hate that.
No.
No, dude.
No. Get around people that want to do cool shit too. Get around people that want to do the same thing that you want to do. It's like Cameron Haynes, okay? Cameron Haynes. All he does is run and shoot his bow. That's all he does. He kills animals, eats everything on them, hangs them up, shows everybody. All he does is run and shoot his bow. I mean, I'm not fucking running. Cameron, I'm not running with you. Cameron doesn't want me to run with you. No, you know why? Because whenever I run, I'm not going to run well. I'm not going to run up to his pace, and I'm probably going to bitch about it a little bit because I don't fucking run. So I'm not running with Cameron Haynes. Does he think I'm a piece of shit? No.
I'm not running with him.
Why not? You'd probably be able to keep up.
Maybe on the street. He runs fucking mountain ridges and shit. I'm going to sprain my ankle, tear my ACL. Dude's fucking running downhill like a cliff.
But what I mean is like, I'm not doing those things.
Yeah.
But other people really like to do those things. Why? Because it's hard and it makes them feel alive. What am I going to do? Fuck you, Cameron, you dickhead running so much.
It's funny, he's amazing at like ultra marathon type stuff and like best person with a bow on the planet.
Yes. Why? Because he thinks the same way we do, just about shooting his bow.
Yep.
Yeah. That's what he likes to do. Why hate on the guy? Why not be him? That's why I follow the guy. I'm like so intrigued. I'm like, you like your bow that much? You like your bow as much as I like splitting wood? Yeah. Yes, he does. Yeah. I could split wood every day. Why? Because it's cool. Because it makes you feel a certain way. I don't want to be around people that don't like people that like to feel a certain way from a positive standpoint. People that shoot guns, same thing whenever they're trained with their firearms. It's like, Jesus, you're shooting again? Yeah, I like it. Nice, dude. Cool. I think I'm going to follow you because you seem to really like it. Like when you're shooting, whenever you're shooting, you're like fucking, I don't know what you are. You're like somebody you do. It's cool. Nice. I'm going to watch you. All right, cool. Shooting again, huh?
Really good job out there.
Man, I saw you again. Guess what I saw you yesterday doing? Shooting. Running again, huh, Cam? Nice. On the cardio machine again, Seth, huh? Yep, again. Why? I don't know. I like it. Like it's crazy. Lifting weights again, huh, bud? Yeah. What's going to happen when you stop? I don't know. I don't fucking plan on it. What are you going to do when you stop being such a cunt? It's probably why I don't ever see you. Because I don't like being around you. Because you're a bitch. Because all you do is whine and ask me why I'm lifting weights again. Or what's going to happen when you stop. I don't know. I'll probably end up fucking killing you. Let me tell you. What's going to happen when you stop running, Bob?
I'm going to get fat. This thing's going to be fucked up again.
I probably won't want to be around you.
Yep. You won't want to.
Oh. And like I said, it's, we went on a little bit of a tangent there.
A little wild.
But at the end of the day, the whole thing started is what's your purpose in life? There's everything. Just come.
These feelings have touched every single person on this planet in one way, shape, or form.
Yes. That's why this is called the HWMF Podcast. That's why I like everything about life, and that's why I find it so intriguing. That's why I find the human mind so intriguing. That's why I like being around people. That's why I will listen to any story about any person. Mm-hmm. Because I want to feel your passion for life. Bro, I don't care if you're a male or female, gay or straight, black or white. I don't give a fuck. Tell me something cool, dude. Show me some fucking shit. What do you got inside of you? What do you got? What are you doing? Let's see it. Let's hear it. Let's feel it. I'll find the fucking good in anything because that's the type of person I am. I don't want to be around people that bitch and complain. I don't like that. Even though sometimes I bitch and complain. Yeah, I'm a human being. There's times I'm going to lose my way. There's going to be times that I have to have new dreams like now. I have to fucking find new things in life. Yeah, that's part of living. That's part of life. But I tell you one thing, like I said, there's one thing I found out for me. Got to do physical things. Yep. It's just it.
It works.
Yep. Write that down, Shane. Mm-hmm. That time. Right there at the end. But that was one cool thing that I really did enjoy about philosophy class. Like philosophers, these are so good. I love them so much.
I wish I could have that one.
This one?
Yeah. Because, I'm such a chocolate lover. That's me all over it.
This bar is so chocolatey, it's out of control.
Mm-hmm. I can't eat it because of the almond butter.
Mm-hmm. And that's why it's an almond butter base. Mm-hmm. Anybody wondering?
So it tastes like you can really taste the chocolate.
It doesn't taste like peanut butter.
Right. Like a lot of bars.
Yeah. Not this one. No. Did you ever take philosophy class?
Probably like a mandatory general education course probably.
Yeah.
I don't really remember.
I find myself in a situation right now that I have to live and do new things. Like a couple extravagant things. Feel them. Different things. Mm-hmm. Like going 172 miles an hour in my car while feeling. Pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Like when you're going that fast, I started understanding why people do it. It's fucking scary. Like, bro, you do one thing wrong at going that fast, you're fucking done. It's over.
Don't matter how safe that car is.
No, you're fucking dead.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Very, very, very wild. Mm-hmm. But it definitely made me feel a certain way. Mm-hmm. I get why people do certain things. It's a risk, but the risk they're willing to take because kind of did something new to them.
I feel like I lost a lot more not taking risks.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it goes back to why I hate fucking judgmental cunts in the gym, or why why people bag on other people for doing things, because it's pretty incredible what what you're capable of doing. Like powerlifters, I ain't fucking powerlifting. They're fucking mine. I cringe when I watch some dude put 900 pounds on his back. Why? His fucking body might break. What do you mean? Like you're gonna squat 900 pounds right now? Okay, I'm gonna turn away.
I'm not watching that.
I don't want to watch that.
No, you sick bastard.
Right? But then if he was sitting here, I'm like, bro, what did it actually feel like to like squat 1,000 pounds?
Yeah.
Most wild thing ever. I'm like, ooh. That's doing something to you that I don't want to happen to me, but it's doing it to you. That's pretty wild, right? Bob, I had to go swim in the ocean for 2.5 miles. And then, like, bike for 112. Then run a full marathon. Why'd you do it? I don't want to do that shit. But you did it because you wanted to feel a certain way. It was doing something to you that is so unique, so different, that 99% of the population has no fucking desire to do. But watch it. But they don't want to do it. But there might be a few people that like, I think I might want to do that.
Yeah.
That's what's supposed to happen in life. The people that discourage people are like, I don't know. I don't want no part of that.
No, you haven't. If you're discouraging people, you haven't tasted it.
No.
Like once I got a taste for what that was,
Yeah.
dude, I still get a new feeling from the way I train.
Yeah.
I had it yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I literally was in tears, like on my knees off the treadmill crying, like emotional as fuck. Like the last month of intensity just poured out of me.
Yeah.
Like poured out of me, and then like I stood up, like a million things running through my head, and then this weird eerie calm.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, there it was, reset.
Wow.
I can go home and I can take a shower and I can watch my fucking team that I've only been a fan of for 6 months go to the fucking Super Bowl, and no one can give me shit because I already told them about it 6 months ago. And then like have a good time with my wife, and I can have that pizza without feeling guilty. You know, like it
is crazy how it's all a cycle of things.
Mm-hmm.
And the same thing that relates to certain people in different aspects of their life.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And it may not be that physical thing for you.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people like I think what occurs in that gym or when I'm out running, I consider it like a spiritual event in my life. Whether you believe in God or not, my mind is so close to something weird that like I can't even explain it. So if it's not that physical feat, it's that one time when you were in church when something touched you so much, or you're, you know, working your job or running around with the kids all day and you just have that moment of clarity. You're like, holy fuck.
It's a connection.
Yeah, it's wild.
That connection, I mean, I guess you could say that's what happens to me when I'm like certain lifting weights or splitting wood or cutting grass.
It's that one little thing that just puts your mind in that.
It's wild because whenever you're doing those things, like you connect with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I guess I just said it and didn't realize it. Like I like the smell of fresh cut grass.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's it doing to me. Why is that smell? Why can I smell it right now? It's a connection.
Yeah.
It's crazy. and whenever you have that connection, it's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very unique. And people can have it even with non-physical things, but for me, it's physical.
Yeah.
People can have it with anything, and that's what makes it wonderful. It's what makes life cool.
Yeah. Really fucking cool.
Super cool. Super cool. And that's part of it. Like, I'd say for me, like whenever I say like living, like gotta live, like I don't even know, I still haven't figured out why, like I feel a certain way when I'm doing these things. I just like them. Mm-hmm. And I'm not really searching for why, because if I search for why, I'll get tied up with it. I just know what it's making me do and the impact that it's having on myself, my businesses, my family, my relationships, all those things. So I'm not really worried about why, actually.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, and that's why Kenny and Scott starting their own coaching business, they asked me to write down my why. Like why I train and why I do things. They asked everyone, and everyone's thing was a different reason why they're doing it. And my explanation now, looking back after we just spoke for the last hour and a half, and I said it to him, my why is always changing because I'm not worried about it in the moment. Like with anything in my life.
Oh.
Like it's always changing. Like why did I go run yesterday? Because one, it was programmed for me, but two, I knew it was going to make me feel better and I was going to have a way better Sunday and not be an asshole to Kim because I was already being an asshole when I woke up.
Yeah.
And then it's like, and then another day it's like, why did I do that extra workout? Well, I wasn't happy with the way I was at work that day. I wanted to beat it the fuck out of me, and then I wanted to come in and feel fresh tomorrow. That was my why that day.
Do you think I think there's like the long term of why things is much different than like a short term, because I think the short term's different all the time.
Yes.
Like
it's
like,
different hour to hour.
Bro,
for
there's
me.
times whenever you get like on the stepper, like I'll get on the stepper and be like, I really don't want to be here, but I don't. I'm like, okay, but you're going to do it because you know you have to. Because if you don't, you know what's going to happen 20 minutes after you don't do your cardio. Do the cardio, Seth. Don't be a cunt. Do the cardio. So I do the cardio, and then I'm like, nice. That's tough. How long did you do? I will not do anything less than 40 minutes on my stepper. Won't. Just won't. I'll put everything else in my day behind. I don't care.
Yep.
I'm doing the cardio. Oh, woke up 20 minutes late. Still doing 40.
Yep.
Fuck you.
Yeah, dude, fuck it. Call it selfish. Like, it's not selfish. It's actually better for everyone around me that I get that done.
And my life is also not on such a schedule because I own everything that I do. So, like, and then at night, like, there'll be times that it's 8 o'clock at night, and I'm like, didn't train today. Guess what I'm doing? I'm going to do cardio. SJ, you're coming down, motherfucker. Take the high chair down. He sits there. We do cardio. I'm not even alone when I do cardio now sometimes. It will whenever he gets older, but right now, doing cardio, bud. I don't care. But I think that, and plus I think people get a little worked up about life. Mm-hmm. Get a little worked up. I mean, you can see why people get fucked up from certain scenarios too, like people's kids dying, shit like that. That definitely fucking do me in.
Yep.
Like you see, that'd be insane. I don't know what I would do or what I would become, but we're talking about it, so obviously we're thinking about it. Like if that happened to me in my life, I would definitely have a really, 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 really hard time with that. Because you're not supposed to die early. You're supposed to die when you're old. Like when you get old, you're going to die. That's why I talk like I did earlier about it. You get old, you die. That's just how it is. But like when you die, whenever you have somebody young die, it's like, God damn, it's not good. What good am I pulling from it? Well, you're going to have to become a better person. And then people that are religious say, well, believe in what God says and, believe this. And you're like, well, then why'd God take the person from me? And then it's like, okay, listen, take a step back. Let's talk about the spirituality of life, like the earth. Like there's a way that this fucking thing works. And whenever someone does pass or something bad does occur, and if you look at it as a test or as a way of saying, I need to get better from this, because if you let it beat you, now you become a nuisance in life. Now your purpose is removed. Because if something bad occurs where someone dies, someone young dies, or something bad occurs where it's not the most conducive thing for life, you can't let it beat you, because if it beats you, then you become useless. Mm-hmm. You're a nuisance in life, and you no longer have a purpose, and it sucks. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So that's why I personally say, like if something occurs, like you just have to become better from it. You have to. You don't have a choice. If you don't, nobody wants to be around you, and then you become depressed, and you're a little useless in life. You don't want to be useless.
Nope.
So if somebody, fuck, dude. I couldn't imagine. Like, imagine people, losing an entire family. That'd be fucking tough. That'd be tough. What would I do? I don't know.
No, I wouldn't be cool.
I'd probably do one of two things. One is, semi-good, and the other is super bad. I'd get rid of people that were bad people.
Yep.
Because then I'd be like, it's just, I find you useless. I'm going to kill you. You're a drain on society. Killing you. That'd be a bad thing. Because then I'd be okay with like leaving. Oh, shit. No, it's wild.
It is.
I mean, that's why the whole purpose for us with everything and like working hard and being a hardworking motherfucker is to be good at not just one thing, to be good at everything that you do in your life. Because when you're good at everything that you do in life, you're multidimensional. Take one thing away, you still have many things that you're good at, and you still have worth in life. When you have worth in life, great things can occur. Like you need that feeling. Because if you have somebody that does not feel that every day, they begin to dig holes. If they're digging holes, they're searching for things. They need a purpose.
Yep.
You need purpose in life. You gotta find a fucking purpose. Have worth. And no matter what somebody can tell you, if somebody says, well, why don't you do this? Well, no, you're not that person. They need to find worth. They need to find that. They have to fucking have it. If not, I find trouble. Yep.
I don't like trouble.
I mean,
there's certain trouble.
Is it really trouble if you're doing it with your buddies? Oh, man. No, it's crazy. Crazy. Well, pen.
It's not fucking working.
What happened? Maybe it's dead. Maybe you smoked it all.
No, it's in there.
It is?
Sometimes it doesn't make a connection. I have it in my pocket. There's lint in there.
Blow it out.
Like Nintendo.
Oh, blow.
Let's see. Nothing.
Let me see.
You don't want to try that.
I'm not going to smoke it.
It's dead.
It's dead?
It's probably dead. Had it in the truck. It was cold.
Yeah. It's been cold lately.
Fucking freezing.
So I have to get. I'm going to get a few vehicles this year, I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get a few.
Okay.
I've been looking. I don't know. What am I going to do? So I need to get a big vehicle, like a 7-seater, like a Suburban or an XL.
Oh.
I was looking at the Cadillacs, the Escalades.
Yeah.
I don't know they use the one that's the longer version of that one. I don't remember the 3 letters it is, but they're cool too. Mm-hmm. But I think I'm leaning towards. I like the Suburban, but then again, I'm like the Denali's are so nice. Mm-hmm. The Yukons,
yeah.
The XL Denali's, sick rides. I just have to find the package that I want. You know?
Yeah.
Because they're expensive rides, but they're super nice, so I got to get one.
Very accommodating.
Yes, need one with all the kids and the shit and the traveling.
Kids with bags and fucking snacks.
The snacks alone need a bigger spot in the vehicle.
Yes. Because
Hannah, whenever she doesn't want to drive a boat, and I completely understand that, but she has the GLE, Mercedes GLE. Mm-hmm. It's the AMG. It's a fucking sick ride. It's fucking stupid cool sports SUV. It's a bigger version, and it fits the 3 kids in the back, but there's only 1 row in the back. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I'll do it because I still like getting my pecker sucked. And that's what we're going to get. But I knew I needed to buy another bigger vehicle. And plus, Hannah driving a big boat is a little scary.
Yes.
It's probably going to get curbed and maybe get a couple dents and dings. So an everyday driver that's the fucking size of a 2500, I was like, maybe you're right. I really don't want you driving that thing and fucking it up. So did that because I knew I'd have to buy one anyway. Mm-hmm. And fortunately, being in the position that we're in, we can afford one. So I'm there. And I think I'm going to get the Yukon XL Denali.
Yeah.
They're super nice.
It's fucking sick.
Cool. I just have to decide the package. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I want the tan interior. Like they got a light cream tan color in there. It's really sick. But I don't think I want black. I don't want to get black because it's a big vehicle and it's a lot to fucking clean. And it's going to definitely get a couple scratches and I don't want to deal with that shit.
Like black carpets and upholstery show the dirt big time.
Yeah, so 3 kids and then say, because another thing I might purchase this year is a nice vacation home. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking at the Outer Banks, the Keys, and then another spot in Florida. So looking at that, I'm like, we go down there. If we go to the Outer Banks, we travel down there using a vehicle.
Yep.
And then just going on vacations because I need to go on more vacations too. I don't care. Mm-hmm. We can work satellitely here. That's a word, satellitely.
I think it is.
Yeah, I just
remotely.
made it. Mobilizationing.
Remotely.
Remodeling enable. But
Working outside of the office.
outside the office. So anyway, but yeah, so that's there. And then the E63, I'm going to tune it. I decided.
Just a little wrench on it a bit.
Yeah, I'm going to put a nasty tune in it, and then I'm probably going to wrap it too.
Yeah, like a present.
Yeah, like a present.
Yeah.
Red.
It's a sick ride.
I watched videos and I read up about it, and that vehicle might be, it's one of the most ignorant vehicles on the fucking road. Mm-hmm. One of the most ignorant vehicles on the road.
Like off the lot.
Off the lot, the thing's fucking out of hand. Mm-hmm. The thing, I mean, I've had it up to a $172, and which is just that's a little fast. I think it tops out at like around 212.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't been
a little more once you tune it.
So my goal is to tune it, and then I want to wrap it,
Yeah.
and I'm going to make it ignorant, and I'm going to do I'm going to do a very ignorant tune to it, just
Yeah.
because I can. Mm-hmm. And then I might like those. So I got the truck, but I might get a new truck. I don't know. I like my truck though. I was thinking about it. I just like it. It's a work truck. I beat the fuck out of it. Why do I need to get a new one? I don't want to do that.
Yep.
So I just get the Denali, and then tune that, and then one more. And this one, I got to make sure the driveway's paid for this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it'll be fun too. Like I expect it, like because who doesn't want to have a cool car to drive around? Like if I have the money to do cool things, why would I not do it? Because other people should be experiencing cool shit too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what's the use of having it if other people can't do it cool too? Because I like the E63 is like my car, mm-hmm. but like the other one, like a supercar, that'd be fun because everybody should drive a supercar. And if I have insurance and lots of money, then everybody should just drive it and it should feel really cool. Mm-hmm. So that's
where I'm at.
That's where I'm at with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I buy cars instead of having kids.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
Because like you're like, oh, it's another car payment. It's like, well, that's like a kid.
That's like a kid.
I don't have any kids right now, so
yeah, kids are expensive.
Yeah, if I have to replace the car with the kid at some point, I'll do that. But until then, cars.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Good times.
I can't wait till it's spring and the cinders are off the road and I can drive them.
Yeah, it's tough. I don't want to fuck anything up.
Yeah.
If I wrap it, I think I'm doing a matte black wrap. Mm. Yeah, or matte green, like a matte forest green.
Be sick.
I haven't seen any of those around here. Got to be unique.
Yeah.
Yeah, at like 825 horsepower. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's where I won. It works now. Just need warmed up, Bob.
Just had to warm her up.
Yeah, stick a couple fingers in there, warm it up, and you can have it. Good times. Well, Shaner, what do you say?
Hi.
You have any questions for us or anything over there?
Yeah, we kind of blacked out there for 2 hours.
I have a few.
You have a few questions? Mm-hmm. I think I saw a question on the internet. No, I don't remember what it was.
I might have taken a picture of a question.
Anything good?
Nothing fucked up. Just
nothing fucked up.
No.
Well, this was a quite serious podcast for people. The meaning of life is going to be searched for forever. I still haven't figured out the meaning of life for me. All I know is like I'm doing pretty cool shit, and I like working hard because what happens if one of my children turns out to be do something incredible? Like that'd be great. You know, you hope for those things, and that's why I think that like we should all strive to do even cooler things to make our parents proud of us as well, or just do cool shit and make yourself proud of yourself and be a good job. Because like Emmy, I could see Emmy like legitimately, I could see Emmy like Emmy just likes gymnastics. Emmy has a chance. Like if she just sticks with gymnastics and does it, she could end up going to like big time D1 potential, like Olympic training.
Well, I mean, with COVID thrown in here and throwing off her like school schedule and just general life schedule, and all it is gymnastics. Like now she is just like.
Well, Emmy doesn't know much else other than gymnastics. Mm-hmm. Adeline is highly intelligent. Mm-hmm. Emmy, she's smart, kind of. I mean, just she does her shit. So, like, where does that get you in life? Going to the Olympics really doesn't get you anywhere in life financially. Like, it doesn't. It just doesn't. However, it's pretty cool, and it can be inspiring to young girls to do great things. And for me, that's where it's like it'd be pretty cool to see. And if she wanted to do that, I'd be all for it, because my goal in life is to make enough money to make sure that my kids and grandkids can do whatever the fuck they want from a good standpoint and have a real impact on the world. So it'd be cool. And then Adeline, I don't know what she's going to become. She might be like another version of me. A female version of me would scare the fuck out of me. Be terrified.
I'd be scared.
I would be fucking terrified.
Fuck.
Yeah, it'd be nuts. Could you imagine that?
No.
If I saw a female version of myself, I would be fucking like, Jesus Christ.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God. Terrifying. But she'd take over the world, or think she could at least.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
That'd be funny. Yep.
Ready?
So what do you got for us, Shaner?
Would you rather know the history of every object you touched or be able to talk to animals?
Talk to animals, sure.
I'd be into talking to animals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always wanted to.
Like Dr. Doolittle shit.
Yeah.
But
Well, like where they talk back.
Yeah.
Like, because I talk to my dog a lot, but, but like I want to know what's going on in there.
I would too, yeah. Oh, okay. Like if you could, like if you weren't going to get eaten by them, like, because if you were talking to a bear, it might be like, I'm going to fucking eat you. And you're like, oh, no, please don't. Like, we're thinking from a good standpoint. Like, we're
right.
buddies.
Yeah, right.
Not like, hey, you're a fucking wild animal that, like, legitimately eats other wild animals to
But, like, if I can talk and be like, whoa.
Hold up.
And they're like, oh, shit, you can talk to me. I'm a bear.
Like the zookeeper.
Yeah, right.
Kevin James. We're good.
Mall cop.
Mall cop.
Paul Blart. Yeah, I'd probably want to talk to animals.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Yeah.
I'd be afraid to know where like some things were, were.
Like Dan Marino over there. Yeah. Man, you remember like there was a couple wild times that like I reflect on in my head, like shit, like if people saw me in that scenario, like they know us, they know me now and know everything. And then like, but then that time like I was fucking at this party, just fucking ton of drugs and just wild fucking time. That'd be crazy. Like the history of that moment in comparison to now, it's like, what the fuck were you thinking? Yeah, it's wild. Like Dan over there, he was in somebody else's house.
Oh, yeah, right.
He was in somebody else's house.
That was from like a yard sale, right?
Yeah, yeah. You probably saw him fuck. All kind of
Yeah,
wild
probably
stuff.
someone.
I mean, he probably saw you and Kim in here fucking or some shit. Right, crazy.
We never had sex in here.
Really?
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yep.
It's okay if you did too.
Well, I would tell you. I'd definitely tell you.
Just keep that shit away from Bucs.
Just the office and the gym. And bathroom.
Shane's office.
No.
No.
Nope, just those three.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
I thought it was fun.
Remember that time we had sex in the gym? You blew the load all over the incline bench?
Never using that again.
Yeah, like those are things that like you should be saying like later on in life whenever you're fucking there, like on the couch, like old as fuck.
I don't pull out though, so that would have never happened. Kim's like, well, it's not lying.
I'm so excited.
Sorry, Mom. I don't even know if my mom listens to these. I hope not. I know my sister does. She's like, holy shit.
Who cares?
But
what do you do? You guys don't have sex either? Your life sucks. Nice, how's that going for you? Oh, my God.
wow.
You know, I guess that was, so the guys from the Man Card podcast were in here. And the one guy, Chris, he had his wife. They came into town, and his wife was like, "So where are you going? Who's going to be your first guest?" And he's like, "Seth Feroce." And she's like, "Who's this guy?" Da da da. So he tells him, and then he's like, "He has his own podcast, and it does pretty well. You got to listen to it. It's a fucking riot." So they listened to the first one about waterfalls and fucking, and my just fucking perverted mind went on a fucking crazy tangent. And it got done, and at the end of it, he's like, "So what'd you think?" And she's like, "So he likes to fuck, huh?"
That was her takeaway from the first episode.
Yeah, I was like, but the thing is, like, it should be everybody's fun. Like, what's the fun of not fucking? Like, you should be enjoying it. Let loose a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not scared to talk about it either.
But I look at it like, what are you doing if you're not? Like you got to have some type of, you got to, like, that connection, those things should be there you should be enjoying it.
Yes.
Like
if I don't, I am not good.
What do you like? Go on vacation. Like few of my favorite things on vacation is the vacation itself, time away, the fucking, and the food. Mm-hmm. The beach, yeah. I'm gonna do I'm at the beach. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, you see me, yes, I'm here. Hello, I'm on vacation. I'm going to do fuck. I do fucked up shit on a regular basis. Like, on a daily basis, I'm doing and saying fucked up things. You think on vacation I'm going to be less tame? No, I'm going to be off the fucking wall. Mm-hmm. Like I said, if I saw somebody, if we're at the fucking mall and like somebody's getting pounded in the bathroom or a goddamn dressing room, I'm like, yeah, let's go. Nice dick, huh? Good pussy? Ah, nice, cool. You guys have fun in there, okay? I'll remember this. Hey, babe, they're fucking. But if I'm on vacation, Jesus Christ, I might stop and watch.
You know, I'm really intrigued by like the in-flight intercourse.
Oh yeah?
Like, I'm just like, how do you even make that work? I couldn't make that work. Even new Bob's thin and I can fit in there. I can barely fit in there to take a piss. I can't post up.
No, the only one would have been the trip to Australia and the big bathroom.
Very accommodating.
Yeah, definitely in there. But even then, like, I'm not getting too many great thrusts in there.
No.
Yeah, I don't want. I mean, it's cool. You can be part of the Mile High Club and that all that's good, but
I don't think it's like really policed either. Like, they're like, look at these two.
Nice. I mean, what are you gonna say? Like,
I love like.
That's like being a mattress salesman and not like fucking. What are you gonna do? Be a stewardess and not want to be part of the fucking Mile High Club?
Yep.
Get the fuck out of here.
They're probably like, man, they think we're so dumb. Like, they're not both in there, and one leaves and.
Hey guys, how was it? Do you need anything?
Oh no, we're fine.
Okay. Smells like sex. Oh man. Good times.
Next
question, Shaner.
Yeah.
Would you rather lose the ability to read or lose the ability to speak?
Read. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't speak.
I don't read much anyway. I'm a very visual learner.
But I guess we can't read anything. Like, I won't be able to read the label on that bottle.
Fuck it. I don't need to read nothing.
Someone tell me about it.
No, I'm going to drink it and taste it. Like, that's a crazy thing also about learning about yourself. And these questions are good, by the way, because, like, what I know about myself, I just said I'm a visual learner. Like, I'll look at pictures and figure it out. I like to live and experience things rather than read about it in a fucking book. Like, books are great. You'll learn a ton of stuff from them, and there's great information. But just because you're reading a book doesn't mean that you actually know about life, because you still have to experience it, you know? So I would much rather, like, experience things. Like, I know a lot of cool guys that can't read or fucking write. They still do cool shit, like build engines. You go to a job site, there's a lot of people that can't read too well, you know, but they can do cool shit. So, yeah.
Yep.
Reading's for fucking morons, pussies.
I like to break a mental sweat, so.
You got me.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. What do you think? What are you doing?
Read. I don't know sign language. Not many people know sign language.
Yeah, good point. Yeah. Solid. And I like to talk.
I don't really read anyway.
Right. Actually, you read a lot.
Yeah, actually.
You actually
I was thinking
do.
about books. I don't really read books.
You read the internets a
But
lot.
I read the internets.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah, fuck.
It's part of your job.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you would have to go with that one.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Shane not talking would be a great thing.
You wouldn't even get questions anymore.
We'd have to have a
Right.
Jay in here.
Right, Jay in here. Yeah.
He's
You
like,
go back to
"Fuck.
reading in your office.
I'll just be here reading
that.
the entire internet. What do you read? Internet.
The internet.
Internet.
Shane's like, listen, dickheads, just get this the fuck over
Yeah, I
with,
got so
okay?
much shit
I
to
have
do. It's fucking Monday.
Monday. Next question, Shaner.
Okay, what sport would be funniest to add a mandatory amount of alcohol to?
Funniest.
So I like sports to begin with, so they don't really need to be added or anything. But, like, I do love tape.
I got one. I think it would be hilarious to add it to this because I know how it is for me. Like golf, like golfing.
Oh, yeah.
Like, bro, when you get like a foursome out on the fucking course and like you're pound and bruise for 18 holes, like that's 4 hours, 5 hours of like.
Heavy drinking. Serious drinking.
So put that on the PGA Tour.
Yeah, good call. Let's
All
do
these
that.
fucking
Golf.
guys getting aggravated or like really pumped or like yeah.
How about
They're just losing it because they're hammered.
Did you see John Daly's interview where they were talking about he's like, the interviewer was like, you've said on record that you think you would do better if you were allowed to drink on tour. And he's like, well, yeah.
Yes.
Like he's dead serious. And he's like, I'm a way better pool player, like when I'm drunk. And the guy's like, what do you think? You're just a better pool player when you're drunk, or are you actually? He's like, well, when you're playing for money, I win money, so I'm better.
Yeah.
And I'm like, let interview, bud. You just got shut the fuck up.
Yep.
Like, obviously, you don't do these things, bud. So you kind of need to exclude yourself from gambling and playing with people like fucking John Daly.
Right.
Like you're, like, and he's like, yeah, I'd shoot way better if I was drunk. I'm like, man, would that be crazy? He said something along the lines of drinking and like playing in like barefoot, also playing barefoot.
Yeah. Yeah, he likes no shoes.
That dude.
And to have a smoke.
I was just gonna say, drinking, smoking cigarettes, and playing in your bare feet. Like, if that was the guy that's on fucking tour, would that not be fucking crazy to see?
And they let it occur.
They let it occur.
I would love that. Just let it happen.
Fuck it, just let it go.
Let them play. Let the boys play. God.
That'd not be fucking great to watch.
Yep. No, golf would be fucking funny.
I'd say yeah.
It would be funny, but I don't know. I'm thinking about the length of time. Like, okay, then you got to play 18 holes, and these dudes are fucking hammered. Are they ever going to get in the hole?
I don't know. John, over the weekend, John told me that he plays way better if he has a couple beers. Because he'll get, like, golf anxiety the first couple holes. Like,
Yeah.
You're trying to find your swing and, like, your shit.
Yeah.
He's like, if I have 2 or 3 beers, though, he's like,
That's what John Daly said.
Mm-hmm.
He just might pound a whole fucking case.
John also doesn't have any beer, though, if he's playing for money. Like, he might have, like, 1 or 2. But he's like, I won't get... He's like, if I'm playing, like, for money on the course, he's like, I don't really drink.
I don't really do anything. I don't get hammered anymore. I'll get tuned up at dinners.
Mm-hmm.
But I won't get, like, fucking shitty.
I get tired and passed out before I can get to that point.
Yeah, I'm getting older. Well, that happens, getting older.
Oh my God! I said the best like dad thing over the weekend.
Nice.
Hold on, I don't know what it is. But I said to Kim, I was like, "Holy fuck!" I was like, "That was just like my dad."
Dad moment.
Oh, what was it? This is such a dad thing to forget it.
Being dad's cool. Saying dad shit's cool. I don't care what anybody says.
I think it was like something. Like we had 2 of something. I'm like, hey, it's good that we have the other one just in case it goes. And I'm like, oh my God. She's like, your dad would say that. I was like, he has said that.
Yes.
I was like, it's why I have 2.
Yeah. I love being stalked. I like being a dad. I think it's the coolest thing in the fucking world. I think it's not easy being a dad. It is not easy being good at life. It's fucking hard. It's a lot of work. I am not great at life at all by any means. But I think that like you strive for it, and part of my life's being a dad. being a dad's fucking tough. God damn it. Like when a kid fucks up or makes a mistake or anything like that, it's like, oh man, now I gotta like say something insightful. I gotta work really hard.
I couldn't imagine having to lead by example at home every day.
Oh,
'Cause
man.
I do some weird things at home, and
Everybody does.
yeah.
When doors close, I think everybody does some wild shit. And it's like with me, with the kids, you know, I don't filter myself. Emmy won't fucking say a swear word ever. She's too sweet.
She is.
She's so sweet. She's so much like Hannah. Is so sweet and nice and all this shit. Likes things a certain way. Meanwhile, like Adeline, you'll fucking hear in their video games, I clap them cheeks, bitch. I'm like, Jesus Christ, kid, you fucking calm down playing video games. Oh, man.
Good stuff.
Good times. Well, everybody, I appreciate you guys listening as always. Make sure that you share the shit out of this podcast. And if you're going to take anything away from this podcast, ever, and you're going to remember me by, be a good motherfucker. Work super hard, but be the best person you can be in every single way possible, even if you have to be a little fucked up sometimes. It's going to be okay. Work really hard. Do a good job. Be a hard-working motherfucker.